Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Code Man Movies. I believe this is episode 20. Holy smokes, I've done 20 of these. And holy crap, my last video is nearly at 5,000 views, I think. That's insane. I don't know why you people want to watch this stupid ugly mug, but hey, I appreciate it. I thank you. I hope you're enjoying my weird videos, but I hope you particularly enjoyed that last video. There's so many freaking views. I had 6 likes. Those 6 people should comment below and tell me what they'd like me to talk about or what they'd like me to see me do or, whatever the case may be. Just comment below. Let's start talking. Let's have a movie club kind of situation here. Just thank you for that last video. Hopefully, I want to do some changes. I'm thinking about doing some things with the titles of videos to try to make them a little better. Just trying to make my channel a little bit nicer, even though at the end of the day, this isn't something I'm planning on doing full-time or anything like that. I'm not a professional YouTuber or anything like that, but this is just something that's basically therapy for Cody. This is Cody going to Dr. Phil and helping him through his issues. But yeah, so anyways, that's that. Thank you so much for watching that last video. If like this next week I can get 500, well, you know what? If by video 30, if I have at least 5 of those 10 videos that have at least 500 views, I think I'm going to go out and buy like a camera or a microphone, something. I don't know what exactly yet. Probably whatever's cheapest, because I'm not getting paid to do this. This is just therapy. And, well, this is free therapy. And I like free because, well, I'm not exactly rich. But anyways, guys, let's continue. And speaking of issues, don't forget to grab your alcoholic beverage or any kind of beverage. This week I am drinking why do I sound like Jeff Goldblum here? I'm drinking the Brewing Project orange drink. It's an imperial or sour ale with mandarin orange and marshmallow flavor. Jeff Goldblum. Crazy, creepy. I don't know. And that was a Cody weird moment for you. Anyways, guys, grab your beverage. Let's start talking about movies. And let's talk about one that happens to have Jeff Goldblum in it. Let's talk about Jurassic Park, guys. See what I did there? I covered it so you couldn't see what I was talking about first. That's real smart. Anyways, guys, Jurassic Park. Jurassic World comes out this Friday. So I wanted to make sure I have caught up on all the Jurassic Park movies and I've watched them all. Just rewatching. Jurassic Park 1993 is an incredible movie. If you haven't seen Jurassic Park, what the hell is wrong with you? This movie is absolutely incredible. This movie is about John Hammond. He is this rich guy, and he figures out that he has a group of scientists that can bring back dinosaurs, and he wants to make it into a theme park. People can go in these jeeps and go around like a zoo, basically, except it has dinosaurs in it. Badass. Then you have other characters come along. Ellen, I forget the name of Helen, or Laura Dern's character. Is it Helen? No. Anyways, Laura Dern's character, the character I can remember, Alan, and then Jeff Goldblum are also along for the trip, along with Grant's grandkids, and they're out doing the tour of this place, and things go crazy, things go down, and dinosaurs start attacking them, and they're out in there with dinosaurs. And this movie is just so beautifully done. It is so beautifully acted. The dinosaurs don't start breaking things for over an hour into this 2-hour-long movie. So it's halfway that we actually have that. The first hour is just kind of characters, and it's likable, wonderful characters. And special effects, especially for 1993, are so flippin' fantastic. You can tell just how little special effects are actually used in this movie. You can tell they're you can't even really tell they're animatronics, but they just look real. And you know, behind the scenes they use animatronics and CGI for this, but you can see just the realism. You can see that actors are looking at a lot of things and actually experiencing things. And that's why the T-Rex scene where it's raining, it's in the dark, and the T-Rex is attacking the cars, the Jeeps, that you can tell it's just real, and the actors are actually acting against it, and it's just so beautifully done. The writing in this is absolutely fantastic. John Williams' score is just incredible. I mean, even if you haven't seen Jurassic Park, I think if you hear the score to Jurassic Park from John Williams, you know what it's from, even if you haven't seen it. It's just so iconic and so memorable, and it is such a beautiful score. Everything about this movie is just so beautifully done. Everything, the park feels like a real place. It feels like you could actually go to this place and experience Jurassic Park. And I believe they shot in Hawaii for pretty much all these movies. And, it makes me want to go to Hawaii. It really does. I would love to go to Hawaii and see where this was filmed and, just enjoy that beautiful, warm, tropical weather. I need to go to Hawaii. Maybe move to Hawaii. Anyways, guys, Jurassic Park. There's not much to need to say about this movie, except this movie is absolutely fantastic. All the characters are just absolutely incredible. Writing is top-notch. Directing from Steven Spielberg, of course, is absolutely incredible. This is probably one of my favorite Spielberg movies ever. It's such a great movie. So everything about it is so flippin' good. This is what do I score this movie? I'm going to give this movie a 9 out of 10, and I'm going to give you my one kind of bit of a negative with this movie, and that is kind of Wayne Knight's character. Wayne Knight is kind of playing Wayne Knight, and it just comes off cartoony. His performance is good. Like, I love him in Seinfeld. I love him in Space Jam. It's just, he feels miscast in this role, almost, is what it is. And other than that, his role is small. Other than that, though, this movie is perfect. I struggle not giving this movie a 10 out of 10, but 9 out of 10 is what I'm going to have to give it. Also, this movie is kind of like an adventure, but there's also horror elements to it. The last 30 minutes of this movie has quite a few horror elements. Samuel L. Jackson's hand, the kitchen scene with raptors. I mean, just absolutely beautiful, iconic movie that this is. And such a great movie. 9 out of 10 for me. Not quite perfect, but nearly perfect movie. Absolutely love Jurassic Park. Moving on. Jurassic Park: The Lost World. Steven Spielberg also directed this movie, and I think this is maybe the third or fourth time I've ever actually watched this movie. I don't love The Lost World. I know some people still really, really like The Lost World. The Lost World for me is a big step down. Starting with the writing. The writing in this movie is not good. It really isn't. It's passable for a fun, dumb popcorn film, but the writing's just kind of terrible. The characters are not as great or as compelling. Jeff Goldblum's character comes back, and he's the best out of all of them, I guess. John Hammond is back for a brief cameo. Like, John Hammond's grandkids are back for, I don't even think they say anything besides, hey. Yeah, and that's it for the returning cast, really. And then you have Julianne Moore, Vince Vaughn, a few other actors, and none of their characters are particularly memorable to me. Julianne Moore's character is supposed to be super smart with dinosaurs, and, she even specifically says, I believe, in the movie that, T-Rexes can smell blood. And so she wears this coat the entire movie that has blood on it. And she just keeps it. And then, they kidnap the T-Rex's baby and take it with them, not thinking that T-Rex would come and look for the baby. It's just some stupid decisions made in this movie. And then you got the one character that just likes to hunt, and he wants to hunt dinosaurs because, well, he's bored with hunting other animals. It's kind of weak in nothingness. Yeah, the characters are just kind of bland and boring in this movie, and just stupid. There's some stupid stuff that happens in this movie. And speaking of characters, well, Jeff Goldblum's daughter, why is she in the movie? She really doesn't need to be in the movie. It literally felt like they put him there because there was kids in the first one, and we want kids to also see this movie, not just adults. And there's that weird gymnastics scene towards the end of the movie, and the kid basically saves the day. I just don't buy this movie quite as much as I do the first one. This is just a big, dumb popcorn movie. And, you know, I've read that, like, Spielberg was kind of exhausted and just didn't want to make big budgeted movies anymore after this movie. And it kind of shows. It feels like everyone on set was just kind of getting tired of making this movie. So yeah, this movie is just not as good as the first. I wouldn't say it's a bad movie. It's just, and then the ending is good. You know, it's kind of like King Kong, but with T-Rexes, I think is what they were going for. It's 100% what they were going for. You can just kind of tell that's what they were going for. I don't love the ending to this movie. I just don't love this movie in general. It's kind of boring at parts as well. There are some great moments in the movie. The scene in the trailer where it's going off the cliff and Julianne Moore hits the glass, the crack, that's all great. There's just some great action sequences in this movie. Some great moments in the San Diego action sequences that are great, but the movie as a whole is just not quite as good as the first and kind of boring in my eyes. And it's just, at the end of the day, my biggest problem with this movie is just, it's not very well written. And the direction of this movie doesn't feel as strong as the first. The dinosaurs are like all CGI in this one. I don't think there's any practical effects in this one. And if there are, I can't tell. And it suffers because of that as well. I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, this movie's just fine. It's good. Nothing spectacular. I don't have much to say about this movie either, but there are some genuinely great moments in this movie, and then just some genuinely dumb moments of this movie. For every good moment, there's two dumb moments. You know, like even the scene with the trailer, for example, falling off the cliff. Right before that, it's the reason why they're in the trailer is because they kidnap the baby T-Rex and bring it back to the trailer, which is really dumb in itself. And they didn't expect the mama T-Rex, the adult T-Rex to come. I mean, it's just dumb. And the action sequence before that is great, but then they go and pick up the baby dinosaur. So it's just like, good, dumb, good, dumb, good. It's just, This movie's very Not a bad movie by all means. It's fine. But one of Spielberg's worst directed movies, in my opinion. It's just very nothing. It's very empty and hollow, and I wanted it to be much, much more. And today it's not. It's just fine. The Jurassic Park: The Lost World. I'm gonna give it like a 6 out of 10. It's fine. It's 100% fine. I like the reasoning behind them going back to this island. That we want to keep this island separate from the world and just let them live there and be safe and inhabit this island. And just keep them alive. They're an endangered species. We want to keep them alive. I like that. I like that Hammond gets Julianne Moore, Jeff Goldblum's girlfriend, to go there first. And that's why Goldblum goes back. That makes a lot of sense to me. It's just the rest of the movie is just kind of bland, boring. So yeah, 6 out of 10 for me. Not at all as good as the first. Still not a bad movie. Definitely not the worst Jurassic Park sequel, but it's not good either. It's not good. It's just fine. It's still good. I'm not going to say it's bad. I'm all over the place on this movie because this movie's kind of all over the place and bloated, as you can tell. Let's continue. Oh, you turd bomber. Next up, guys, we have Jurassic Park 3. Definitely had to take a drink for that one. Jurassic Park 3, guys. This movie's bad. This is so bad. So very, very bad. I really, really don't like this movie. I'd seen this movie a couple times, knew it was bad, so I knew I wasn't going to enjoy this, but I figured, you know what, let's try this experience in a different way. Let's get high. So I smoked a bowl. It was very high watching this movie, and this movie is still bad. Even if you're under the influence, it's still bad. In fact, it's laughably bad, as I realized. As I was watching this movie and just seeing some of the special effects, the opening sequence of this movie, they're parasailing, which is something you can do in real life. Very easy to actually, I wouldn't say very easy to film, but considerably easy to film. It's not like it's the hardest thing in the world to film. And you can tell it's green screen, and a fan is blowing in their faces, and it's bad. It's bad. So the minute the movie started, I'm just laughing at the bad CGI. And Sam Neill's Alan's back. I can't remember Laura Dorn's character. I just can't. Heather, Helen, Heidi. I don't know why it's all H names. I don't even think that's right. Melissa. I can't remember. The point is, Alan's back. Laura Dern's character is back she was probably filming for a day. So, yeah, Alan's back, and this rich couple convinces him to go back to the island to search for their missing son, who was parasailing at the beginning of the movie with a family friend of theirs, and they go missing because they're by Jurassic Park, Jurassic Island, whatever the hell you want to call it. And so Alan goes back with them to find this kid. And on the plane ride there, he has a dream. Alan, hey Alan, he dreams a raptor, saying that right there is the biggest first dumb thing that happened. Well, second biggest dumb thing, because the special effects already weren't good for this movie. And then you're flying over the island and you see the dinosaurs, and it is so very clearly green screen, computer animated dinosaurs. It looks like freaking The Land Before Time. It looks terrible. I was laughing my freaking ass off at how freaking bad those dinosaurs looked. So freaking terrible. It's just so poorly done in this movie, the special effects. The special effects in this movie look so bad, and I'm comparing it to the other movies. 1993 and what was it? 2094, 5, 6, 7, 8. What was it? 98? The second Jurassic Park? Let's go back and look at that poster, shall we? No, it's just coming soon. I believe it was 98 or 97. I think it's 7. I think it was 4 years after. 97 was the second one came out. This one came out in 2001. Same year that Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone came out. Now, granted, there are some bad special effects sequences in Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. But still, the point is, this movie came out the same year as that, and it should have been so much better. And it was just garbage. Oh my God, are the special effects sequences in this movie bad. And all the dinosaurs are special effects in this movie. And it shows. It's bad. It's so flippin' bad. Then they get on the island and what's her name? The mom, I can't remember, the actress even. Tayo, I can't remember her name. The point is, the actress playing the mom, that character, she's basically written to just scream the entire time. She's just screaming, freaking out the entire time. She's actually a good actress, and she's just screaming the entire time, given nothing to do. The dad is just kind of there, nothing to do. The only character you somewhat care about is Alan, and that's because he's in the first movie. He's really not given anything to do in this movie either. And then they find the kid, and he's just been surviving on this island for 8 weeks. He looks like he hasn't lost any weight. He's been collecting dinosaur piss, shooting guns, grenades, and somehow he survived for 8 weeks. 2 months, 2 solid months he survived. Bullshit. Yeah, this movie's just stupid and ridiculous, and, eventually they find that radio phone or whatever, and Alan calls Laura Dorn, and within 5 minutes, it seems like, within 5 minutes, the freaking army, the National Guard, the Navy, whatever the hell is there. How does Laura Dern just have that? How does she have that command to do that? How does she? What is her husband the freaking head of that shit? How does that work? Does she know the president? Is she like, hey, president, send people to go get these 3 people, 4 people, however many people on Jurassic Park? Don't buy it. Not one bit. This movie is so poorly written. The characters are nothing. The special effects are nothing. Score is absolutely forgettable. There's just nothing exciting about this movie at the end of the day. Nothing really that great about this movie at the end of the day. Yeah, is there still some fun, dumb popcorn moments with dinosaurs killing people? Absolutely there is. That's all this movie has going for it. It is so boring, so bland. This movie is less than 2 hours long. I believe it's the shortest Jurassic Park movie. And somehow it feels like one of the longest Jurassic Park movies. It is just terrible. Absolutely terrible. I cannot stand this movie. And I don't ever want to watch this movie again. But it could have... they're saying Jurassic World Dominion is the final one. Let's see if that actually happens. If it doesn't happen and there's another Jurassic Park movie, well, then I'm probably going to rewatch it for a rewatch, because that's Cody for you. He's an idiot. Yeah. Anyways, guys, this movie gets a grade of, it's bad. 3 out of 10. I'm giving this movie a 3 out of 10. I just want to give you behind the scenes here. I don't usually go into this having graded the movies already. Sometimes I know. Sometimes it's a movie I love and I just know my big time issues with it and such like that. I already do have a grade for it. Most movies that I watch, though, I just think what I like, what I dislike, and as I'm talking about it, I kind of grade it. So, yeah, this is literally just on the spot. This movie is 3 out of 10. I watched this 2 nights ago. 2 or 3 nights ago. No. It would have been Thursday. Thursday I watched it. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. 4 days ago. 4 days ago I watched this movie. It's bad. It's so bad. Let's move on. 3 out of 10. Bad movie. Next up, guys, Jurassic World. The movie franchise of Jurassic Park took a break. I believe that last one came out in 2001. This movie came out in 2015, 14-year break. And none of the original cast are back. This time we have Chris Pratt, Dallas Bryce Howard, Nick Robinson, Vincent D'Onofrio's in this movie. And this movie sees that the park has the park open. They have figured out a way to keep the dinosaurs in enclosures. I believe this movie, in the movie, the park's been open for like almost 2 years now. It's worked out so far. It's Disneyland with dinosaurs. And this movie follows 2 kids who are vacationing. Their aunt is Bryce Dallas Howard's character. I'm trying to think of names for this movie. Chris Pratt's character is Owen. I can't remember Bryce Howard's name. Claire, that's it. Gray and Tim, I don't know the names of the kids. Who cares? The point is, kids go to Jurassic Park World to visit their aunt. And sure enough, dinosaurs get out and start killing people. It's basically the exact same plot as the first one, except the park is actually open. There are thousands of people here at this park visiting. And yeah, so that's what this one's about. Where to begin with this movie? This movie's frustrating to me. I remember seeing this movie and going, I enjoy this. I really do enjoy this. This is fun. It's fun. You go into these movies expecting dinosaurs to break out and attack people. And that happens in this movie. And it is fun. The characters, though, in this movie, while they're not as bad as Jurassic Park 3, they're as bad as Jurassic Park 2, except maybe even a little worse. Chris Pratt's character is just kind of this badass trainer dinosaur raptor guy. Claire is just this workaholic who doesn't care about anything but the park, and I don't know, she doesn't do much. I mean, she does. I shouldn't say that. She's a stronger female character than a lot of movies we see nowadays, but at the end of the day, she's just kind of nothing. She's just a workaholic that's saving her butt at the end of the day. So she's kind of nothing. The kids are kind of bland and nothing. They have that side plot for 3 seconds that their parents are getting divorced, and it gives them some humanity, but it's for 2 seconds that they're talking about it on a train ride, and that's it. And then it's just gone. Jurassic World as a place doesn't look that fun. Like, how they filmed it and how they show it, it just looks mostly like shops. It doesn't actually look like there's that many rides. And it doesn't look like... I mean, there's a few dinosaurs we see, but it doesn't fully look like that, it's supposed to be kind of like Disneyland for dinosaurs, and it doesn't feel like Disneyland. It just looks like, there's a few dinosaurs, which is cool. This feels like a park I would want to spend an hour or two at and then leave, which is not what you would want when this island is supposed to be somewhere near Costa Rica. This is not a cheap trip. Like, going to Disney World costs like a crap ton of money. This is a dump truck worth of money. If you're traveling to Costa Rica, let's say from where I'm from, Wisconsin. If you're traveling from Wisconsin to Costa Rica, that is not a cheap plane trip. And then actually going to a park, I'm sure it's not cheap. And then the fact that this is an island. I have a feeling there's not 187 different resorts you can stay at. There's only Jurassic World's resort. Meaning that the prices for that hotel have got to be astronomical. Meaning that I shouldn't want to spend 2 days at this place. Or 2 hours at this place, I mean. I should be wanting to spend at least 2 days at this place. And this place does not feel like a place I want to spend 2 days at. It just doesn't. Seems like you go the one time and you enjoy your fun, and that's about it. So that's that. And then the dinosaurs get out, and there's the side plot with the military, Vincent D'Onofrio's character, who is a great actor. He just wants to use dinosaurs as weapons. And they kind of use it in this movie, but it just kind of goes nowhere. And just shit gets loose and breaks the fan, and Again, all CGI dinosaurs, except for one particular scene in which you can tell when Chris Pratt is down by is it a brontosaurus, I believe. Anyways, the one real practical scene, which is a fantastic scene, and then everything else is just kind of CGI, and you can tell it's CGI. There's some great moments. The last hour of the movie, the last half hour of the movie is fun. It is dinosaurs attacking people, and it is fun. It's great to see. Indominus Rex is kind of stupid. Like they give it all these powers. Like it can camouflage, it can talk to other raptors, stuff like all that. And it's just kind of used one time, and then it's kind of forgotten about. And it just feels like a plot device, like a MacGuffin, essentially. And it's just kind of there and gone. I don't have much more to say about this movie. At the end of the day, yeah, the last half hour is fun. Characters, again, are hollow. There's all these side plots. It's way too bloated. And you just don't... At the end of the day, what makes a really good movie, in my opinion, is characters. And for the most part, I don't like any of these characters besides the fact that, hey, that's Chris Pratt. I like Chris Pratt. That's Bryce Dallas Howard. I like Bryce Dallas Howard. That's Nick Robinson. I like Nick Robinson. Hey, that's the kid from Iron Man. And that's it. I mean, there's nothing truly memorable about this movie too much besides the dinosaurs killing people at the end. Which, again, is the reason why we go see this movie. But the first Jurassic Park had characters that we like and love. And there's just nothing great about these characters. There really isn't. Nothing exciting, nothing... If they had all died, I wouldn't have cared. The romance at the kiss between Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard just feels forced, which I actually heard it was improvised, that Chris Pratt just kind of did it. It feels forced. It feels like they just kind of did it. It felt out of nowhere, in my opinion. Yeah, this movie is by far better than Jurassic Park 3. And I would say it's at the same level of Jurassic Park: The Lost World. And I'm going to give it the same grade as that. It's a 6 out of 10 for me. This movie is good. It's fine. It's nothing spectacular. Nothing horrible. Not the worst Jurassic Park sequel. Definitely not the best either. Yeah. It's just bland and not at all what it should be. You know, the idea... And, you know, even going back to the park, I wish they had made the park feel more like a place. And instead, it's all just product placement and it's kind of nothing. Kind of nothing. We see a few dinosaurs, nothing spectacular. We see like 2 rides. It's not exciting like it should be. So anyways, guys, Jurassic World, 6 out of 10. Just don't love it like I want to. I want these movies all to be awesome. It's freaking dinosaurs. This should be freaking badass. It's not, though. That's what's sad. There we go. I skipped one. Sorry, guys. Next up, guys, Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom. Oh, excuse me. Good golly. Wow. They're dust or something? Anyway, guys, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. This movie came out in 2018. And the island in which the dinosaurs are at, there's a volcano. It's going to erupt, and all the dinosaurs are going to die. And Dallas, Bryce, Claire, we'll call her actual character's name since I actually remembered it. It's fresh in my head. I think I literally watched this movie last night. Yeah, last night. Claire wants to protect the dinosaurs. They want to find a way to save the dinosaurs. New man comes along, new old man that apparently was friends with Hammond. There's another island near that island that we can save the dinosaurs and keep them protected. This seems very similar to the plot of the second one almost. And so Bryce Dallas Howard is like, whoo, Claire's like, whoo, let's save the dinosaurs. And so she recruits Owen to come help. Owen is like, let them all die. They killed all these people, which I agree with. Come on, guys. These dinosaurs have killed how many different people? Let them die. And I understand there's like tigers and lions and bears, oh my, that have also killed people, but not like this. I mean, lions and tigers and bears, oh my. There's bears in Wisconsin. They've lived by my parents' house, literally. I've seen many different real wildlife bears. They'll leave you alone as long as you leave them alone. That's not the case with dinosaurs, as we have seen in these last 4 other movies. Granted, yes, we tried putting them in a zoo, but still even bears at a zoo. How many times have you heard of a bear breaking out of a zoo and killing a bunch of people? It doesn't happen. We need to let these dinosaurs die. And instead, they're like, let's go save the dinosaurs. So they go to the island, it erupts, and the bad guys, of course, take the dinosaurs, and the goal is to sell these dinosaurs to rich people so they can kind of use them for army, military stuff, similar to what happened in the last movie. It's stupid. It's stupid. And these dinosaurs are being sold for like $4 million. I believe, now don't quote me on this, but I think you could buy like a T-Rex, just the bones, the skeleton of the T-Rex for more than $4 million. And yet we are selling live dinosaurs for $4 million. Huh? How the hell does that work? That's so stupid, so dumb. You have new characters, the younger people in this movie, I don't know their names. One is a veterinarian for dinosaurs, and she's fine. Then there's the kid played by Justice Smith, I believe his name is. His entire thing of the movie is he screams a lot and panics and freaks out, and he's a pussy. That's his entire arc. The girl's fine. She does some good things. Then you got the little girl who's the granddaughter of the old guy, who really isn't the granddaughter. She's actually a clone. He's the actual daughter. And wow, that's stupid. And then at the end, when all the dinosaurs get out into the world, they're people they're alive like me. That's what she says. They're alive like me. What a bunch of hell. That little girl is the most evil villain in the entire Jurassic Park franchise. She's letting freaking dinosaurs out into the world to kill everyone, and now we get Jurassic World, which the plot of this new movie sounds amazing. It really does. Dinosaurs are just among us now in the world. We can't go outside without seeing a dinosaur. That's an interesting concept, which they kind of tried to do in the second one, but it's only the last 10 minutes. And they definitely don't do that in the third. The fourth, they definitely don't do that. But the fifth, now. They bring them to us, and now they're out in the world, and that's what this new movie's going to be about. And that's why I'm hesitantly excited for this new one. I don't think it's going to be good. It's going to be a fun, dumb popcorn action flick where dinosaurs are living amongst us, which is interesting enough, but, yeah. Guys, this movie is so dumb. The writing is so terrible. All the characters, again, are just so poorly written. So poorly written. Bryce Dallas Howard wants dinosaurs to live because, well, dinosaurs. What's her reasoning for really wanting to keep these animals alive? They literally ruined her life, essentially. She lost her job and is a disgrace, basically, because she managed this park. Why? Owen wants to go back for Blue. I get that connection a little bit, but still, even says in the beginning, just let them die. They need to die. They killed all these people. And then you have all the new characters, and they're all just stupid. Yeah. Scores. It's, yeah, whatever. These are all CGI dinosaurs again, guys. You can tell. There's some bad CGI in this movie, and just stupid stuff. Oh my god, I haven't even talked about the part where Owen is freaking this close to lava, and he's rolling away from it, no problem. But the lava's right there. Lava's hot, guys. He'd be burnt to death already just being this close to it. It's so stupid. This movie's just filled with stupid shit. Everyone in this movie is a superhero, too. They're making these impossible jumps. They're breathing underwater a hell of a lot longer than they should be. Just stupid crap happens in this movie, guys. And it's just... I don't think this is the worst Jurassic Park movie, but it's not by much, guys. I think Jurassic Park 3 is still the worst movie. Second worst movie right here. In fact, well, first I'm going to give this movie a rating, and then I'm going to actually rank these movies. I'm going to give Jurassic World: The Fallen Kingdom a 4 out of 10. It's not quite as bad as 3, but it's still not good, guys. This movie sucks. I've only seen this movie 3 times now. 3 times too many is what I have to say. Ranking these movies now, Jurassic Park 3 is definitely the worst. Jurassic Park Fallen Kingdom, I'm going to say, is in that 4th spot. I'm going to put Jurassic Park 4, Jurassic World. Next, Jurassic Park 2, and then Jurassic Park, of course, is the best. But at the end of the day, guys, as I was watching these movies, I realized this franchise kind of sucks. There's more bad to this franchise than there is good. Even Jurassic World and Jurassic Park 2, which I find to be just fine, good, okay movies, they're 6s out of 10s. They're barely passable in my eyes. They're closer to being 5s than they are 7s. This franchise kind of sucks. Besides the first one's nearly a perfect movie. And everything after that sucks. So my question to you guys, I'd like you guys to comment. Let's get a couple comments this week. That's the goal. Does Jurassic Park franchise suck? I kind of leaning on the side that, yeah, it sucks. There's really nothing... yes, it's dinosaurs killing people, but I would rather just YouTube that on YouTube and save myself 2, 4, 6, 8 hours of time, basically a full day's worth of time, watching these movies. Because these movies, the sequels, suck. The sequels really do suck. They're boring. The characters suck. The writing sucks. Tell me what you guys think, though.